Hello, everyone. So, somebody has been disliking me and reporting me, which is fine. Let them do that because, as I said before, I believe in karma. So we're learning about middle school stuff, and we're just gonna do a short one because I have not studied this in so long. Something more, a little bit more complex. And the thing with science, which I think is really interesting, is that a lot of people think that science is fact. But if you think about it, science is based on evolution, like evolution of knowledge. So what is fact today will not be a fact the next day or in the future. So have an open mind about learning in general. I don't see anything that I really find interesting. I mean, I find everything interesting. And this is quite simple because it's middle school. Okay, I found something that I really enjoyed and it's really important. My sister studied this. She's a geneticist, so she knows all about this. I didn't pay attention in chemistry. I did not like it. Now I do, but so okay. So this is called a Punnet Square. By crossbreeding thousands of plants, Mendel was soon able to predict the probability or the likelihood that a particular plant would inherit qualities. So the Punnet Square is a tool to figure out the probability that an offspring will express a certain trait. For instance, a tall plant that is heterozygous for tallness could be represented as TT. And I'm not going to go into the rest of this because if you're not a verbal learner, you're a visual learner, so I'll show you. So we have T, capital T, little t, and then a plant that's homozygous, and I'll look that up for you. Okay, so the definitions are here, thank God. Heterozygous is an organism that has different... I'm gonna have to... Okay, let's just look at the... Let's just look at the Punnet Square. So I'm sure these kids, you guys, some of you kids, you're so smart. Well, all of you, you're smart in your own way. You know what this is. I learned it, you learned it. And if you didn't learn it, you should learn it. It's so much fun. So the Punnet Square can help you determine your genes, your recessive and your, I forgot the primary gene. There's a word for it. Your recessive and dominant gene. Yeah. And it's really interesting because you can also determine male or female sex, like sex determination, like your gender, I guess, if you want to call it that. And also your eye color, which sometimes you are a mutation. I'm a mutation. I'm a mutation because my parents all had dark brown eyes, and I'm the only one with I'm the only one with blue eyes. And you're like, you don't have blue eyes. I had blue eyes when I was born, and then they mutated. I guess they mutated to hazel. Well, they went from blue to gray, and then they went to hazel. And yeah, so you can find out a lot, and it's so much fun. It's like a little game, a game of probability. which is awesome. And yeah, I'm having nostalgia. Like, I really wish I paid attention in school when it came to science and math. But there's no age limit where you can learn. You know, I'm always learning new things. So if you don't know something, Google it. That's literally what Google is for. Teach yourself. That's all you have to do. And have an open mind, because it's important to take everything with a grain of salt, I guess. And yeah, so I'm sorry that was really short. I obviously have to study. Like, I'm gonna have to study my butt off. And if you like that book, I go buy it. There's a ton of books actually that they have. They have American history, which I didn't buy because American history is very whitewashed. And they have world history. I didn't know that. I did not see that one. I did not see that one at all. They have English and math. I have the math, the science. Yeah, it's a great book. And how do we relate this to art? The Punnet Square is basically, like I said, a game. And it's art because you were created through genetic probability. So you're a work of art. I hope all of you guys are having fun, you know, not stressing out and learning, you know, learn as much as you can during this time. You know, when are we going to have so much free time? And yeah, so I'm going to take some time to study and come up with better quality, more content, you know, deeper level. Like I said, my understanding of science and math is kind of null. So I have to relearn all this. But it doesn't mean I can't teach it. You know, I'm also somebody who's open for somebody to teach me. You know, any age. I have a kid that he's like, I think he's like 11. He's a genius. And I'm like, you're going to be my tutor. So, you know. Anyways, have a nice day.